Welcome to Small Acts, Big Impacts, the podcast where we explore how simple actions can create a ripple of change in our communities and the world. I'm your host, Suyash Singh Thakkar, and today we have a truly inspiring guest with us, Mr. Chandan Krishna Munegowda. Chandan is a social worker, the coordinator of Broseph Foundation, and the director of AAIE Foundation. So, first question to you: how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm good. We were doing some behind the back shenanigans, and during that, we weren't able to talk properly. So, this is the time we are talking. So, first, Mr. Chandan, what's your background and where did you start all this important work of yours?
Uh, I am, of course, Indian. I come from a regular old family. I'm currently doing my bachelor's in business administration. My major would, of course, be startup and innovation. Uh, that's about it. I pretty much come from Karnataka in Bangalore.
I see. So, at such a young age, at the age of 19, you have been the coordinator of the Broseph Foundation and director, and most importantly, the AAI Foundation has done something which I have never seen. It makes bamboo charcoal briquettes. Briquettes is the word which I first came while researching for this. They are basically. Could you please explain what briquettes are for the audience?
Okay, so briquettes are a compressed solid fuel. Basically, the industry standard is usually used with coal. Usually they use compressed coal as for briquettes. We are trying to do sustainable this, so we're using bamboo charcoal. So basically briquettes are nothing but solid compressed fuel. You can of course make it of biomass as well. So it's a biomass we're using bamboo charcoal.
So is it a non-pollutant?
Yeah, it's a non-pollutant. Even any pollutancy which may result from the charring of the bamboo is again used to smoke the briquettes.
All right. Your work spans over so many diverse areas, from like community empowerment to clean energy and also aeroponics. So, did you envision this path early on, or like you find it as your calling went on?
Didn't really envision it. I did see me somewhere ended up in the field of agriculture since I do have an agriculture background. Dad comes from a agriculture family, even mom as well. But yeah, I did see myself ended up somewhere in agriculture, but not the other stuff. It kind of just came as a calling.
I see, I see. So like in agriculture, did you ever like think of combining both agriculture and your engineering skills like you're doing here? Did you ever do it in your farm as a practice?
Uh, no, because what aeroponics is basically, we're using urban methods of farming for agriculture. We're not really using, solid energy for it. Say, our briquettes are more used for the rice mills or say the tea gardens where they require drying of this stuff. Say even in my agriculture land where we doing traditional farming methods, we don't grow anything which requires say drying or extra like that. We just grow fruits, say like mangoes, and we just sell them.
I see. So like let's go over aeroponics. So it's such a diverse topic. I was first researching for it and like it was so interesting for me because it's the term I first came and like it is like this in agriculture it is. I've never heard this in school anywhere. It seemed like such an innovation. Could you just like explain aeroponics once to the audience?
Okay, so aeroponics thing is really something which just popped up on me. It isn't mine. It came from my co-founder who was working with me on this project. I had envisioned, say, going into large scale agriculture where I found my co-founder accidentally. So he knew this idea of aeroponics. So basically, what aeroponics is basically the growing of the crops with the help of towering systems vertically instead of horizontally. The main idea is to provide nutrients for the crops that are growing with the help of nutrient solution, which is grown in the form of a mist. In the form of a mist.
So like organic matter.
Yeah, kind of like organic matter, but the only organic matter over here would say be cocoa pit on the
A
the upper
cocoa
sea
peat, yeah.
herbs. So we've just sprayed the nutrient solution. Nutrient solution isn't organic, of course. That's again inorganic. All these are extracts, so these are chemical extracts. They aren't any side effects. It's a well-researched area, so you don't need to worry about that. All these are
I
inorganic
see.
farming methods.
Yeah, so do you think this will be groundbreaking in the field of agriculture?
It is groundbreaking. It has already taken off, say, in the western area, say, American oil is really taken off. Say, right now it's starting to take off in India. India is really a stubborn place, I'd say, for agriculture, especially with the tax laws, the farmers' protest next involved. Say, recently during my visit to Nagaland, over there as well, there's been the growth of, say, aeroponics and hydroponics as well. The government of Nagaland is backing them as well. So this was actually a startup of there. So they've been doing there. Even in Karnataka itself, there are many. Many of them are happening. Me, for example, I'm doing my own pilot project, my place. Say even if you want to do in Karnataka, the Department of Horticulture, they especially give training of this. Anywhere you go, say any Indian Council of Agriculture Research colleges or institutes, you could ask them. The scientists over there will be more than happy to provide you training and extra for these areas.
Yeah, so I was seeing the India is just an agriculture country, but not many innovations have been taken up in agriculture. So I was really happy to see many people taking up new ways of agriculture and improving it, because India is one of the highest, or not, if not the highest, grain producer of the world. So
Yeah.
America, we see that farmers mostly act as businessmen. Do you think that this will also happen in India?
Uh, I don't think so because the problem with India is farmers is more seen as a way of living more than a profession. Say it is the backup choice for many people. Say the problem we see, not the problem, see the difference between the American and the Indian method of farming is Indians grow their crops in say 1 acre or 2 acres or 3 acres of plots, while Americans do it in a large scale, say the economies of
Yeah,
scale. We try to take advantage of that. There's
yeah.
even the government backed support as well for that. Say in India again, say just for the cost for having 100 acres lands would go lots of in crores, and again say that land would again be taken by the government for developing, building
Yeah,
highways and
that's true.
etc. So the problem is say see American businessmen you could call the farmers as American businessman in America, that's true, but that happening in India is something I don't see happening unless the farmers take up the new methods of farming, right? If they still stick with the
Yeah,
traditional or organic farming, which aren't backed by scientific methods, but instead rely on the earth extra for this, I don't see
just
it
like
happening.
aeroponics.
Yeah.
All right. That is really good. So now let's move on towards more irrigation facilities. So aeroponics is basically for irrigation.
No, aeroponics is a method of growing. So basically, as I said before, aeroponics is grown in towers. So we grow them in towers, and the irrigation, basically the nutrients they require, is supplied in form of mist with the help of a nutrient solution.
Yeah. So do you think this will be better than fertilizers?
Yeah, of course, because see, fertilizers will go into the ground and extra. There's a high chance of intoxication of the groundwater and extra.
Yes, yes, true.
But over here, there isn't anything like that because everything is in a controlled environment. You aren't doing anything out in the open. Everything's in a controlled warehouse, in a factory, something like that. So even the nutrient solution, it's stored in a tank, and then it's again recycled until it can't be used no more. Then it's treated. Then again, it can be recycled. It's sustainable. That's the thing. Compared to
Yeah,
fertilizers, of
that's
course,
what
it's
I
better
see.
yet there.
Like in India, Sojula and Sufala are like a mix of fertilizers. They are used in the land, and because of that, for example, NPK is also
Mm,
used.
yeah,
But the thing is that they cause the soil pollution and water pollution as well. And if they cause water pollution and soil pollution, the crops won't grow. But the farmers here, most of the farmers are illiterate in India,
yeah.
and because of that, if they put fertilizers in the soil, the soil loses its fertility, and because of that they put more fertilizers, which ultimately leads to the wastage of soil. So
Yeah.
bio fertilizers and biomanures are of course more useful, but like aeroponics, I think it is the future of agriculture.
Yeah, of course, the urban farming methods are the future because these can be done anywhere where you don't require soil and extra. You can literally grow them anywhere. That's the basic idea. I can see, but the farmers, they can try these out, but these are very capital heavy, so I can't really say this is the future. Say, unless the farmers are able to, say, industrialize or revolutionize the method of farming and take up modern methods of farming. Because say, aeroponics plant itself will at least cost you the bare minimum of 1 crore just for 1 acre, including all the
Yeah,
setup costs and etc. for a year.
I see. So like every new idea has its challenges. So
Yeah.
like what do you think will be the some challenges, what are some challenges you're facing in like implementing aeroponics, and how are you tackling them? Yeah. So like what will be the approximate cost of implementing aeroponics in a farm?
Depends on the again the where again the suppliers and who you take it from. Say say the minimum, some suppliers start only from minimum of 10,000 square feet, while some will give you for your pilot projects and etc. So depends again. Say if you want to do it in a large scale, say you want to do it at least in like a bare minimum of 1 acre or something like that. Say, see, 1 acre of aeroponics is equal to 7.2 acres of organic farming or traditional farming. So it's like that.
So
So it's at least
it's
going to
requires
cost you
heavy
one
capital.
crore. Yeah, it's heavy, very capital intensive.
Yeah, it's very capital heavy, but like still, if somehow it is developed at a smaller cost, like cars were expensive, but then nano came. So like
Yeah,
for like that, the innovations will take place.
yeah, of course, Nano
So
came.
now,
But the
mm,
problem is again the innovation is the farmers adopting it. Again, Nano people didn't adopt it because Indians were like, this is like a poor man's car. Even the poor people didn't want it. The
yeah,
idea
so
over
like
here shouldn't be to give aeroponics and hydroponics to everyone, but the idea should be to basically keep this as a method of farming compared to organic farming where you really can't grow this.
do you think this requires a mindset change in farmers?
Uh, I would say that yes, more than mindset change, I would say this requires more education. We require more farmers to be educated and be brought up in the field of agriculture properly, which is backed by science and data, which isn't reliant on traditional methods of farming. Say again, fertilizers, they aren't bad, but the problem becomes when you misuse the fertilizers, the same way as a knife. A knife in the hands of a chef can make you good food, but in the hands of a murderer can of course kill you. Same way.
Yeah.
So again, the idea for would be to to educate these farmers. Of course, these are many implementations happening, but again, the farmers would have to accept that. Say, I've seen lots of these initiatives happening by the government banks like
All
NABARD or
right.
even the
So
government
now moving
institutes.
on.
Problem
Wait.
is the farmers rarely accept it.
Your voice like, yeah, we had some internet issues right here. So like, could you repeat what you said once?
Yeah, see, this is
Um,
happening in India. Farmers' mindsets are changing slowly. The modern day farmers, especially the initiatives by the government of India and in the local state governments, say, especially say that the agriculture is especially flourishing in the modern day. Say India, I'd say the modern farmers are especially flourishing because see, if you take Nagaland, they understand that they have a very you know Asian type of weather. They're growing very much Asian crops, Asian foods, and extra, so they can sell that better. And in Karnataka, they realize that hey, we are more like like a tropical weather, and they're growing this to that. So there is a slight change in the minds of the farmers. They're not just growing anything. There's a scientific methods and extra back. Again, say in Nagaland, say last time I visited, there was the government was giving initiatives for growing of shiitake mushrooms. for growing their other crops as well, say red rice, black rice, stuff like that, and even sticky rice as well, which is again very popular over there.
Yes, so that's my next question. What do you think will be the farming differences in North India, South India, and East India while implementing these changes?
But I'd say the main thing is weather. Northeast India would be really good for growing these Asian crops. Say you can
Wheat,
do traditional farming methods over there. That'd be the
millets.
very best over there, since again Asian culture is really taking over the world. And again, North, I really can't say because that's not, I don't have much experience with North. So I really can't say. Again, the say difference between North and South would be, of course, North would be able to grow more, say pulses, something like
Yeah,
wheat and extra like that. While South would be able to grow something which takes lots of water, stuff like that. Say South, I'd see more growing of, say, millets, rice, extra
and
stuff like that.
plantation crops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so let's move on to the next topic, the Broseph Foundation. Could you first tell what the Broseph Foundation is?
Okay, so Broseph Foundation is founded by Dushan Dubey. He's the founder and director. Broseph. Basically, the idea is to help anyone for anything. We don't we don't reject any. This. You can approach Broseph or Dushan. Whatever you may like to call him. You can approach him for even the smallest issues. He will not mind it. You know, as long as he's able to help you, he'll be more than happy to help you, even if it's the smallest issue. Say, Broseph has been helping everyone regardless of if he's small or big. The HQ of the Broseph Foundation is located in Karnataka, in Bangalore, Indranagar. Say, the Broseph Foundation is basically about helping people. Okay, see, one of the stuff we do is we organize protests. Okay, say we organize protests for the, say, any cause here which is going to help the people. Say, for example, the recent protest we organized was where a started accountant died of overworking, so we organized a protest for that. We raised our voices for the for democracy. We voiced our opinions. We did it in a peaceful manner in Freedom Park. Again, what else we do is we really help out with people with legal cases, stuff like that. We also teach them what to do when there's a road rage, stuff like that. Say, for example, say if you get caught in a road rage, okay, the best bet is to call the police. Okay, say if you get manhandled, or even fought, assaulted, we say don't go to the police first. Go to the hospital, get a medical legal case done,
Yeah.
then go file an FIR. We even help with that. We even help with court issues, stuff like that. So we help for everything and anything. We even say even if your college is giving you issues, anything for that, we'll help with that.
So, like, are you all an NGO?
Yeah, we are an NGO. We basically non-government organization.
Yeah. And like, how do you help people? Like, I read on your website, you help people safeguard against cyber scams. How do
Yeah,
you do
we
that?
help anything. Say cyber scams, we raise awareness. Say they're actually frauded, we help them raise an FIR, stuff like that. We help them go talk to the police if they're very scared. People volunteer. We have chapters. People go volunteer. I'm not really the best person to talk about Joseph Foundation because I really joined them this year. I've been working as the community coordinator for the Yalanka chapter right from this month itself. So I'd say it's better for you to interview Dushan Dubey or Broseph himself. He's a better guy to explain what they do.
Yeah, sure. In the future, of course. Why not? I am looking forward to meet him. And what do you think? There will this Brosa Foundation? Are you all planning to move pan India, or like right now you are near the Bengaluru region?
We're not really pan India right now. We're in many areas. We're in Bangalore, Karnataka area. We're in, say, Mumbai, Pune. We're in Chennai, stuff like that. We'll act everywhere as long as the people ask us help. Say, I'm not really the best person. See, this is already taken off when I joined the Broseph Foundation. Broseph was already had his chapters in multiple places in South India and North India as well. So he had it in Pune, Mumbai, he had it in Chennai. So he has it in many places. He's been helping everyone. He helped me as well. Which is what inspired me to join the Broseph Foundation so I can help other people as well.
I see. So like you have 14,000 volunteers, but like how can our listeners support your work if they want to?
Say you can donate to Broseph. We'll
Link
leave
in
you
the
guys the
description, guys.
link is in the description. You guys can donate to Broseph, or say even if you don't want to, say if you can't give monetary value, you feel free to to approach Broseph and to volunteer at the HQ. They're always looking for volunteers, stuff like that to help out. They're also looking for information coordinators and extra people who can help out with getting the information. Say there's the Right to Information Act, so you can get information from the cops, the government organizations, because we can apply for a right to information, get the information from them as long as it's not confidential information. So yeah, even they're accepting volunteers for helping people, for helping at the HQ.
So final question for the Broseph Foundation. What are some success stories and like impacts on the community if you could share some of them?
I'd say Broseph is called the Batman of Bengaluru.
Batman
The
of Bangalore.
yeah,
That's nice.
so well, so okay, I'll say a particular scenario. Say one thing I've heard about Broseph do is he saved a girl from her own family or her own in Chennai. So her own family was abusing her and etc. stuff like that. And Broseph went there. She we take care of all the legal stuff, made sure that she's actually giving consent and extra. He Broseph brought her to a safe house and extra. Then again, the Chennai police
That's
and the parents as well tried to assault Broseph and another one of the members at the HQ at the safe house. Luckily, nothing happened much which could have caused such a serious incident. Like say like
hmm.
accident or something like that. There was say bruises and injuries on Broseph and the member as well because this was done by the police and they were by the police and the girl's parents. So this was some of the issues. Then again, we've also say raised voices and protests for the past university case where one of the students suicided and stuff like that. We also helped file out an FIR and stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
even
inspiring.
smaller stuff, Broseph has chapters, they have their own people, their own chapter heads and committee coordinators and stuff. So, like, say someone has needs help, right? Say someone has gotten into an accident or not even accident, right? Say someone needs blood, right? And they don't know where to ask. They can just
So you
give us
are
the
so
information.
you all are
We'll
not
circulate
limited
it
to a
around.
single
No, we're not into single. All we're, we're all the people. So everyone who's
for the
part of
people.
the Broseph, yeah, with the for the people. So anyone who's part of the Broseph Foundation is we're all part of this thing. We're all want to help out people.
So guys, this is how small acts, big impacts. This is the title of the podcast. So and after this, let's move on to your startup, AAIE Foundation.
No,
Could you
it's
tell
not
a bit about it?
foundation. It's initiatives. IEarth
Ah,
initiatives.
my bad.
It, it's a private limited company. We focus on manufacturing, bamboo charcoal briquettes. We are based in
I'll add
Assam,
the
Jorhat.
LinkedIn link in the description.
So we're based in Assam, Jorhat in India.
All right. So, like, could you tell about bamboo charcoal briquettes? How did you come up with this idea?
I'm the co-founder. Actually, I joined later after the company was initiated. We met on a common platform, on a UN platform. It was a UN organization. We met over there. We also met in Nagaland as well. So that's where I met the founder. So basically, the founder initiated this. I was like, okay, it's a great idea. It helps with sustainable energy. I was planning to go into biofuel sooner or later because biofuel really piqued my interest. I was going to go more as a pilot project. It wasn't going to be commercial for my own interest. Then the
Oh,
founder
nice.
approached me with bamboo chocolate because I was like, okay, it's a great idea, and she invited me in. I started working with them.
I see. So, like, do you all have a website which I can link?
Uh, no, unfortunately not. We have we can't afford the website because that's again every cost we have to take. We have to be stingy. So the cost from the website and extra, we're just putting it back into the business. Once we're able to afford extra costs like websites and extra, then yeah, I could
Are
have
you
make it.
like so I'll just link the LinkedIn. Go check them out. And what makes bamboo an ideal sustainable fuel? I've never heard bamboo as a sustainable fuel.
I mean, bamboo and wood are basically the same. Both of them are
Yeah.
have the similar properties. Well, the problem is wood or trees. If you cut them down, they don't grow back. They take longer times to grow back, or sometimes you don't
Yeah,
even
bamboos grow
grow
back,
back.
yeah.
So the thing with bamboos, as you said, they grow back. So what we do is we say we there's a large growth of bamboo over there, especially since the northeast area, similar to Asian areas. So we cut the bamboo and extra. We get them, we char it and etc. Then we compress it.
So like this is basically an alternative for cutting trees.
Yeah, it's already need for cutting trees.
Yeah, it's sounding really good. But isn't bamboo also used to make paper?
Yeah, bamboo is also used to make paper.
So wouldn't that cause a bit of a bamboo extinction, you could say?
I mean, bamboos again doesn't really matter if there's a bamboo extinction because bamboo, imagine like a wild, imagine like it's like a wild, weed, okay? It will grow anywhere and everywhere as long as it gets enough water.
So it doesn't have the same properties as trees. Like if you chop them off, they will take a lot of time to grow back.
No,
Or
see,
like they won't even
bamboos
grow back.
really grow really fast. Depends on the type of bamboo you're cutting. You can't just cut the regular old bamboo and just be like, yeah, it will grow back. Of course, they'll grow back, but depends on the type of bamboo and stuff like that. The varieties, the species, and extra. See, there are specific species of bamboos we use for charring, for making these briquettes, which grow back faster, which are thicker.
So like, are people already using these briquettes?
Yeah, people are already
Some
using these briquettes. I mean, we've
what
been
is the
supplying.
feedback?
The feedback has been pretty good. We're getting recurring orders. Say the people who uses are either for barbecues or for cooking, or either for
So like,
industrial purposes, say for the rice mills or the tea gardens.
you started this in Jorhat, Assam.
Yeah,
So
Jorhat,
like,
Assam,
yeah, why specifically that place?
because that's where we're located. The founders from there, and that's where
Okay,
we
my
get
bad.
the bamboo and extra stuff. There's also
Yeah,
the
this is something which you could like go and expand it pan India.
yeah. We are planning that in Pan India.
So now another question is, what do these you told about these briquettes? Is this like something which you are planning to expand as a commercial business,
It is a
or
commercial business right now. It is a startup. But yeah, we are planning to expand to commercial business. That's basically a goal of every business to expand as a
yeah?
commercial business.
Okay, so let's get to a light-hearted segment. If you could only grow one crop using aeroponics for the rest of your life, what will it be and why?
Say the growth probably basil or thyme, because well these are very expensive. We say aeroponics you can only grow herbs and extra. You really can't grow your regular mill of crops and extra like rice and stuff like that. They require of course their own traditional methods of farming, the organic methods. Say what we're growing is basically herbs. Again, we're trying to grow exotic herbs. Say for your question, if I could grow only one herb, I'd
Get you
probably
there?
choose
It was
pardon
a
me.
joke.
Okay, so we were just using, say, I'd say probably basil or thyme because these are exotic herbs and these sell for really high market price.
I see. So, like, what's an unexpected challenge you had during one of your projects?
Guys, the challenge would be me starting. Yeah, again, the problem is I try to look too much into future, try to predict every possible outcome, stuff like that. Was thinking too much of the long term. I didn't focus on the short term. I kept thinking of the long term. See, sometimes all it took was just to start, and things came up slowly. I didn't have to plan too much. I could just plan things as they move along. Of course, you need to plan things in the long run as well, but
Yeah,
sometimes you just need to start and things will just come up.
yeah,
You just try to think too much. See, if there's actually something you could take from an ancient Indian philosopher Chanakya. I think you might know Chanakya.
yeah. So
So
okay,
Chanakya was the basically the you could call him the founder of the modern empire. He wasn't really the founder; he was basically the
the
teacher.
advisor.
Yeah, the advisor, the teacher, the guru of the Mauryan Empire.
Uh, yeah, the kings. I think it was Ashoka as well.
Yeah, Ashoka as well. Say basically what happened is Chanakya said to one of his students, yeah, in his Gurukul, and there were like 4 or 5 students. He said them, that hey, on the other side of the forest, there's another priest there. He has a set of jewels. I want you guys to go get the jewels. And he said to them all the imaginary hurdles. He said that there'll be tigers in extra in the forest, there'll be venomous snakes. I won't give you guys food. There'll be venomous fruits as well. And the priests hate me, so you guys will have to get the jewelry some or the other. He told them that you can't steal or anything like that, and you can't mention my name because he hates me. And almost every student backed out except for three. Two went in, one went in and came back. Another went in and came back after the afternoon. Another went in, but he came back after the very next day. He came back with the jewels. So what happened was basically there wasn't really that set of hurdles. Chanakya had basically planned everything, and basically there was a person waiting in the forest. A hunter with good fit food, water, and extra. In your place to rest. And even the priest was ready with the jewels. He was just waiting for someone to come and take it. And all they had to do was just go and just come back. That's all they had to do. So, that's really something I'd say, if someone asks me what's your biggest lesson. Sometimes all you have to do is just start and things will fall in place.
Yeah, just like start, guys. Don't think that much about the future. Think about the future, but don't think that much. Just start first. All right. So this has been an eye-opening conversation, Mr. Chandan, brother. So thank you for sharing your journey and your incredible work. But before we wrap up, how can our listeners connect with you?
There's, of course, my LinkedIn. You guys can connect to me on my LinkedIn.
Link in the description. Yeah. So, to everyone listening, remember, small impacts truly make the big impacts. Thank you for tuning into Small Impact Acts, Big Impacts. This was the first podcast. Stay inspired, and we'll see you next time. But how was it, Mr. Chandan? I
It
had
was
a
good.
lot of pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you around. Check out the links in the description.